Hey guys, I'm back. So, I brought you today a budget Frontier Eldrazi aggro deck for what I consider budget, which is actually really cheap at the time. Now, some cards could drop or rise by the time you see this video, depending on how well Frontier takes off. Now, in my opinion, Frontier is not a very good set to get into, or format to get into. It's just a newer modern. But that's coming from me, who I just play casual, so I play with all cards regardless of format. Anyway, once I saw Frontier, I just wanted to make a deck to see how I might fare. Eventually it turned into something more. Now, the big card in this deck is Reality Smasher. It's a great creature, just in the fact that it's a 5/5 for 5. There we go. There's your... Yeah. Anyway. It has trample and haste, making it even harder to deal with and better for you. Because now they have to deal with the trample damage as well as it attacking right as it gets out, so they have very little time to respond. The protection, I almost never have to use anyway. Now, my favorite part of the card is actually the flavor text. As easy to stop as it is to comprehend, and I think that translates into the game as well. Now, there's a total of 8 different creature cards in the deck. We have 4 Sludge Crawlers, 4 Culling Drones, 3 Dominator Drones, and 3 Forerunners of Slaughter. Now there's another Dominator Drone and Forerunner of Slaughter in the sideboard, just to even things out in case you need that added support. Sludge Crawler, Culling Drone, and even the Dominator Drone are there to get you that ingest trigger, so you can help your Wasteland Strangler, which I'll show you in a minute. Dominator Drone, that second effect will almost always go off. Forerunner of Slaughter is there just to make something go faster. Haste, what's better than that? Now getting into the larger cards, we have a Vile Aggregate. That's there just to take effect from and exploit the fact that we have a bunch of colorless creatures. And it has that ingest trigger, which helps our Wasteland Strangler. Great removal spell, keeping our board under control, which is one of the things black is obviously known for. Duststalker is just a great body, and of course, Reality Smasher is, as I've told you. Now, not very surprising, but everyone wants to take out the Duststalker whenever both Duststalker and Reality Smasher are in play. Do you think that has anything to do with the protection? I don't know. Anyway, moving on to artifacts. There's one, sometimes 2 artifacts in this deck. Ghostfire Blade is a great card in this deck. Since there's no ban list at the time of filming, this card is perfectly legal to play. 1 mana would give an equipment that gives any creature +2/+2. But the best part about it is that we can equip it for 1 onto all of our colorless creatures. The Tormod's Crypt, if I remember the rulings right for Frontier, is actually legal, so otherwise I'd be using this just in my casual, which is how I normally play. Now, there's 2 reasons it's here. 1, to stop any graveyard shenanigans, as some decks are known for, especially Delirium. And it also gives us fuel for the Wasteland Strangler. Now, we have our lands. It's pretty simple land base, but it'll fluctuate a little bit. So we have mountains, swamps, wastes, warped landscapes, and surprisingly, Eldrazi Temple. Now, the mountain, swamps, wastes, and warped landscapes are all dependent on what you play, except for the waste, excuse me. If you wish to use the casual upgrade, or modern, whatever you want to play, put in the Eldrazi temples, you take out one warp landscape and either a mountain or a swamp, in the case I play. So, not much change. Warp landscape does us two things. One, it gives us that colorless mana for, well, Reality Smasher, and then we can also go find a basic land if we really need to, such as a waste, or if we're dependent on a swamp or mountain in some cases. Now we have one instant card in this deck, Grave Birthing. Now for 3 mana, this gives us a bunch of effects. You exile a card from a graveyard, allowing opponent's graveyard, to allow the Wasteland Strangler to be fueled faster. You also get a 1/1 body if you have to use it to block, or you have 1 extra mana, and you get to draw a card. Now, my casual upgrades, as you know, is Eldrazi Temple. That's about it at the moment. Now, the strategy for this deck is you always want to play a card. Especially lands. You want to get as much mana out there as fast as possible without using any ramp, because we just don't have access to that. You want to always attack, of course, when it's logical. Do not be that guy that just attacks against a 0/10 wall just because you can. And you want to get a card in exile to get that Strangler off, because that will be a great asset. Now, I want to tell you guys, especially as Tolarian Community College has always been saying, have fun with this. This is my opinion and my strategy. This is how I designed it. So if you want to change something, go ahead and do that. It's just to have fun. If you don't enjoy playing this, then why? It's just a game. You're supposed to have fun. Well, if you enjoyed my video, drop a like, maybe comment, even subscribe. I'll try to get more content out later.